I could tell with a shorty, like I could tell her vibe just off of talking to her for 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And how they approach me. I don't like. I rather say if I DM somebody, I rather approach them because then it's like, all right, they ain't even approach me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me slide.
Do you all know a 17-year-old basketball prodigy with millions of followers on Instagram and TikTok? That was Mikey Williams once upon a time. But fame, as they say, can be fleeting. Just over a year ago, inside Puma's huge store in New York City, Mikey declared his ambitious goal of becoming a billionaire by 2025. It sounded wild. Fast forward to today, and Mikey's reality has taken a sharp turn. Instead of headlines about his basketball skills, the news is about a late-night incident at his fancy home near San Diego. It's a serious situation. Mikey allegedly threatened visitors who showed up unexpectedly, even firing a gun at their car as they drove away. Now he's facing 9 felony charges, with the possibility of decades in prison if convicted. Meanwhile, while his teammates at the University of Memphis kicked off their season, Mikey's stuck in California waiting for his trial to begin in December. He's still enrolled in classes, but he's banned from team activities. It's a shocking turn of events for someone who seemed destined for greatness, but in life, as in basketball, sometimes the game doesn't go the way you planned. Arash Hashemi, a lawyer from Los Angeles, has been watching closely as Mikey Williams' case unfolds in the media. Hashemi says that although the justice system says you're innocent until proven guilty, facing 9 charges makes it tough for no matter who and what. Unless something new comes up, Hashemi doesn't think things look good for Mikey. Mikey Williams first caught the attention of the sports world when he was just about to start 7th grade. That's when he made headlines by beating the only middle school team in the country, drawing huge crowds, TV cameras, and fans wanting autographs. His team, the Underdogs, went to a big tournament called the USBA National Championships with one goal. He became a superstar in the making. Magazines and websites started calling him the best 7th grader in the country. People made videos of his games and shared his best moments online, and Bronny even became friends with him and invited him to join the Blue Chips. The next summer, when the Blue Chips came back to the USBA Nationals, Mikey got almost as much attention as Bronny. Videos of LeBron James watching Mikey play got millions of views. Kids especially loved watching Mikey's flashy moves and confident style. Mikey's decision to play for his local public school instead of a big basketball powerhouse made his story even more special. San Isidro High School wasn't famous for basketball, but Mikey changed that. In his first game, he scored 41 points. A few weeks later, he scored 50 points while celebrities like Gabriel Union and Dwayne Wade watched. And in just his 9th game, he broke the record for the most points scored in a single game in San Diego County by scoring 77 points. Even Drake, the famous rapper, started following Mikey on social media and asked him to send him a basketball jersey. Because of California's strict COVID rules, Mikey had to move to another state for his sophomore year of high school just to keep playing basketball. He and his dad went to North Carolina so Mikey could play for Lake Norman Christian, a school known for its great basketball team and talented players. Every time Mikey played in a game or a big event, there were huge crowds of people screaming for autographs and pictures. Mikey tried to meet as many fans as he could, but sometimes there were just too many people, and he had to sneak out the back door to avoid them. One of the craziest times was when Lake Norman Christian played against Ypsilanti Prep in a game that was shown on TV all across the country. The gym, which had 3,000 seats, sold out weeks before the game because everyone wanted to see Mikey play against Imoni Bates, who was the best high school player in the country. Mikey had a security guard with him that day, just to make sure everything went smoothly. Darren Duncan, who organized the event, said that only Mikey and Bronny James ever needed that much security at his games. During that time, people around Mikey say he handled his growing fame pretty well for a teenager. Even though he hung out with Drake and played video games with Youngboy, he still spent a lot of time practicing basketball. Rob Cassidy, a basketball analyst, says there were 2 different opinions about Mikey. People who didn't know much about basketball thought he was the best player in the country because they saw him everywhere on social media. As Mikey's chances of making it to the NBA started to seem less likely, the adults who guided his basketball career started thinking about what he could do next. Mikey's dad started Vertical Academy, a program that didn't have its own gym and wasn't part of any league or school sports association. If he wanted to improve his skills and become a better player in the long run, going to a school like Montberta or IMG would have been better. Around the same time, Mikey joined Vertical Academy. He also signed with Excel Sports Management. They helped him get his first endorsement deal with Puma, create his own NFT collection, and star in a commercial for the NBA 2K22 video game with Jason Tatum. Those deals might have brought in some extra money, but joining Puma meant Mikey couldn't play in big tournaments sponsored by Nike or Adidas. These tournaments would have given him more structure, tougher competition, and a chance for college coaches to see him play. By April 2022, Mikey had enough and wanted to make a change. One summer weekend, there was a big basketball event called the Section 17 Camp in Arizona. It's where top high school teams from all over the country come to play and lots of college coaches come to watch. San Ysidro was put in one of the main divisions because they were told Mikey would be there. Fans and coaches were excited to see Mikey play against other top players like Andrei Stojakovic, whose dad used to play in the NBA. Everything seemed set for Mikey to show everyone how good he was, but Mikey wasn't there. When the game started, the organizers realized that Williams wasn't there. The coach of San Ysidro, Terry Tucker, was also surprised by Williams' absence. Without Williams, San Ysidro didn't do well in any of their games that weekend. College coaches who wanted to see Williams play in person couldn't do so, but Williams was still considered a good player for college. In November 2022, he and his teammate J.J. Taylor committed to Memphis during a visit to the school. Some big schools like Kansas and USC were also interested in Williams. However, some people thought that he might choose a different path to the NBA instead of going to college. During the high school season, Williams didn't always play his best. Even though San Ysidro had some talented players, they didn't win important games, and some people noticed that Williams didn't seem as competitive as he used to be. Williams' attitude and effort affected his rankings in basketball. He didn't make it to the McDonald's All-American game and dropped in the rankings. Then, something worse happened. Late at night on March 27, there was an incident at Williams' house involving a car with several people inside. The people in the car claimed Williams threatened them with a gun, and the police arrested Williams on April 13. They didn't find the gun used in the incident, but they found other guns in his house. Now, Williams' lawyers have to decide how to defend him in court. If they say someone else did the shooting, they need to prove it. If they claim self-defense, they have to prove he was in danger. It's a difficult situation for Williams. After his arrest, many companies stopped working with Williams. Puma ended their deal with him and other companies did too. Williams' basketball career is uncertain now. Despite all this, Williams continues to train with his coach. They haven't talked much about the charges against him, and Williams' trial is coming soon, so it's unclear what will happen. There's also a basketball team in the Philippines waiting for Williams. They want him to play for them, but they're not sure if he will. If he does, it could make the team even stronger. Do you think he will someday get back on track? Share your views in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time, see you all.